So, Wunmi's brothers are out and they are ready to spill what they have inside of them. I want you to be patient to listen to them from the beginning till the end. Let us hear from them what they have to say. You will be amazed, you will be shocked that some of these people had previous issues within themselves against Mohbad. To some of them, they are happy that Mohbad is not alive anymore. They are happy and they are ready to defend Wunmi. They are ready to stand behind her. They are ready to press and push. These people are against Mohbad's father and Mohbad. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Even though some of them might say, oh, we are for justice for Mohbad, we are pressing for justice for Mohbad, this is what we are for. At the end of the day, when you are done listening, you realize that those that are part of the demise of Mohbad, they are walking around freely. Yes, they are walking around freely. These are groups of cancerous souls, vampires walking in the midst of human beings. You'll be shocked at what you're about to hear. When I say you'll be shocked, just believe me, you'll be shocked. But I want you to hold on to your emotions so that we can filter, so that we can find who are these people and why are they doing what they are doing. Even even in death, they are still ready to demonize Mohbad. Even though Mohbad is not alive to defend himself, they are prepared. You need to hear from them. These guys, this Wunmi's boyfriend and brother, you'll be shocked at what most of them spilled. And they are not the only one. There was a time too, one of the groupies came up with this Mohbad. Back then, when we were struggling, we were the ones that go with him to the show. We take punches for him on his behalf. But when there is something to enjoy, like traveling abroad, it won't put us as part of the crew. All of a sudden, it will call someone from somewhere and say, what's up now, my friend? It's been a long time now. Let's come to Nigeria. Come to Nigeria. Let's go to Dubai. I have a show to perform in Mozambique. I have this and that. Let's go. We'll go and enjoy. But we are only good for the local scene. We're only good to defend him with our blood and our bones. Well, what we are interested in is the justice. We are not looking at the perfection of Mohbad or the imperfection. We are all human beings. And we are not saying Mohbad is a perfect person. Let us listen and we'll be talking more. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to tap on the subscribe button. Let's get right into it.
What's wrong? Anyways, Mohbad was someone that all these upcoming music artists. That is, see, those are the.
Oh, Abati, is it that? Like, okay, let me say you were trying to promote. Abati,
you are trying to dodge this.
Top movie, are they listening to you? Top movie, are they listening to you? What do you want to talk?
He's listening to you.
No, I said maybe is it that you were trying to make that because that video that went viral. You're not many people posted it now because I wanted the so you posting it just for that sake now, trying to make the whole video go viral so that it will get to many people.
Is somebody bullying Mohbad?
Because something that have the concern of the public.
Please wait. No, you are turning this to joke. Mohbad was alive.
Yeah, he was alive, but he came to the public. Reposting it is a goodwill thing.
Okay, yeah. So see. When Mohbad was going through those crises, when he was being beaten,
I want to call on Wunmi for the first time to be very active. I need Wunmi lawyer number. Women lawyer number.
And stuff like that. Everybody posted it, so I just reshared it. I reposted it, and I was like,
"How can they bully husband and the person is still working free?"
Karimo ni number one. Number
Go
one
down.
is
Karima will be the evidence. Karima will appear for court. They go shock you. I was a witness.
Karimo lọ gbé wọ́n máa lọ gbé kiri jáde síta.
But honestly speaking, joke aside, right? Joke aside, you're saying one of the most painful things is how they can put Wunmi out of this picture. If you look at everything, like, I mean, is she an angel? She was completely taken out of all this in such a way that nothing can implicate her. Why was that done? I mean, who wrote this story for them? This script? Who wrote it?
Paparano, let me even ask you this to understand you more better. What got you into, like, what drove your interest into justice for Mohbad?
I
Because
mean,
at some point,
our interest,
you said something.
Mm-hmm.
You said something about you being in circle, that you are always on a rotational base. That based on information, you can switch to this person, this character today. You can switch to this character tomorrow. Because I understand vividly, there was a time in this platform you were identifying with Baba Mohbad, and you were speaking. In fact, you were addressing your platform as platform for Baba Mohbad. So I want to understand what interest drove you into this justice for Mohbad, and in all those things that have been happening for this is 14 months now. What have you learned, and what will be your recommendation moving forward?
You know, first of all, it's conviction. Conviction, right? Everything that I do is based on conviction. Conviction on the truth. Yes. If I can be convinced about the fact that something is okay, and that is the truth. If I discover that to be the truth, I'm gonna defend that position. Like yesterday, Karimo had to say so many things, and I found that people are not understanding her. They keep asking for the manipulation, and she has mentioned the manipulations several times. That one, Wunmi, she thought Wunmi was going to school. She thought Wunmi has graduated, whatever. All right. She never knew that she was being manipulated. All right. She thought Wunmi was living with the mother. She never knew Wunmi was living with the husband. Okay. And then when she found out, she was pained that this thing shouldn't be happening. Okay, so all these different ways of being manipulated. When she was explaining it, I'm a human being, and I kind of like, I got convinced, okay, to some extent that she was only worried about how her family didn't put her through, they didn't carry her along all through this shenanigans that the whole family is facing right now, and she doesn't want to identify herself with such failure. She could have helped them if she had known earlier that all of this things was happening. In fact, she could have prevented even this incident from happening if she had known. But because of the games of Wunmi and Wunmi mother, because of their evil tricks, they keep all of these things away from Karimo. And
it's like you don't understand my question, because you're speaking about Karimo, and she's not even a witness in this case.
Mm-hmm.
The question that I threw to you has nothing to do with Karimo. She's not a witness. I only said what interests you.
I have said conviction upon truth. If I have conviction upon truth, then I'm going to stand.
When you heard about justice for Mohbad, what piqued your interest? Why did you join the movement?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe
because
I want to take it one after the other.
I wanted clarity on what had happened to Mohbad. And as we move on day by day, we're getting clear about some certain things. Okay. And as this clarity is coming in, all right, then that makes us to change our position. Every normal human being, okay, the more clarity you have about something, then the more adjustment you make. Nothing is constant in life. If you are constant and you don't grow, you don't change with time, you have problem. Okay, if I have the true picture of what happened to Mohbad today, let's say I can be very much convinced today, I have a true picture that Wunmi was never involved. I will be the first person to assist Wunmi and say that, and see that she is protected in the way, I think, in the way every relevant person should be protected, or in the way every normal person should be protected. I will do that. But otherwise, they want a prison.
Okay, now clarity in what extent? Is it beyond, is it clarity with an evidence to back it up? Or is it clarity?
Some level of, you see, from some level of clarity. Let's say, for example, right, I had a way to speak with Wunmi. And I believe me, I will tell you something, right? If Wunmi speaks today, the problem that we have had in justice for Mohbad from the beginning is pointed to the fact that Wunmi never spoke about the real thing, incident that happened to Mohbad in such a consigning way, where, because we from the media, we are so much concerned about what happened to Mohbad, okay, and we needed somebody.
Real thing in what sense? What do you identify as real thing?
Exactly. When we are saying real, the main deal here is the interest of the public, okay, attached to what happened to Mohbad, and the public
But the
needed
public was not there.
What? Who was
The
not
public
there?
was not there.
No. That's why I'm saying that the concern that the public has brought into this whole case, it should be respected.
Apparently,
Women should feed us just like we are hungry, we want to eat food. And she has the food not giving us.
And I believe that this same public.
Do you think that Justice for Mohbad was fraudulently hijacked on social space at a point of time?
Oh yeah. I want to think that Justice for Mohbad was hijacked, had been hijacked from the beginning. From the beginning.
Do you like it was fraudulently hijacked? It was fraudulently hijacked, like, on the social space.
Yeah. Where I say it was hijacked, right? Take it for instance. Where are all those persons in the beginning who were propagating Naramali Samilari, all the juice lovers, all the Insta bloggers, and all the Yabogets and and all of these guys? Why were all of them not focusing, not asking Wunmi and knowing that the nurse killed Mohbad and focus on what killed Mohbad, but we're focusing on meaningless things? Why were they not seeing what the nurse did was something wrong if the nurse was really there? Because the nurse was never there. So that's why they were focusing on some other, fetch.
Let's understand something here, okay? While Mohbad was still alive, he was seeking for justice, okay? That has been leveled on him, the death threat and so on. Even if you go to his Twitter handle, you notice that on the 4th of October, there was this assault on him that he had to come out and he was tweeting. All right. Even Naira had to come to, play a propaganda kind of trying to disclaim his position, painting it that he was doing all those things on drugs and all those things, was trying to label the whole thing on drugs. And Mohbad came back to, debunk that particular notion, making it very clear that that is how he does this thing anytime he wants to die those story down. But he's certain that he's going to get justice. This is while he was still alive. Now, he has come out to cry to the general public on that particular accord.
Give me an example of the cry that Mohbad out against the public.
At least there is a video out there. And in his Twitter page, he has said that this particular person was there. He mentioned that Naira was there that day on the October 8th, that he went to have a meeting concerning that he wants to change a manager that was handling his musical career, something that he was not pleased. And in his own statement, he said Naira was even instructing them to go ahead and assault him. But Naira came out to tell the public that that's all lie, that nothing happened, that he was just intoxicated, that all those things. Mohbad still came out to debunk that, he was clear-headed.
Wait. Who was intoxicated? Who was intoxicated?
Naira was claiming that Mohbad was on drugs. He was not acting clear. He has no clear head. He was not acting like his normal self. Mohbad already took it with the lawyer. That was why they had to,
So Papa did not see that. Papa did not see that video.
Did Mohbad ever petition Naira Marley about us?
Yes. Yes, now.
Petition. There's nothing like that.
Oh, they play. Why were they playing about?
It's not about the play. No, play. Let's be frank here. Okay, there's one petition that we know. That's
okay. Papa,
because you know those ones now. You know those ones. That one is out.
You are not.
If you have it, convince me now. I will change my position.
Papa, no worries. All these.
Me, I'm not. Papa, I'm not stable. I'm not a stable fan of anybody. I just want to know the truth.
Papa, go down to What I will tell you now is that you should go down to Mohbad's Twitter handle. Go down to October 4th. When you go down to October 4th, you see all those things yourself. So if she's coming out to say, okay, now,
let's bring it.
Papariano, wait now. Now, it's very understandable that Mohbad and Naira was fighting while he was alive. This guy has made his life, his living unbearable. In fact, he was living in fear. And this guy is now unalived, and I'm not saying, okay, you don't die now, or now. Since he's a fighter, come carry trophy, you don't win now. It's normal, it makes sense. This particular person made his life unbearable.
That's an assumption. You're working with assumption. We work with legal here. We are
based on the fact that you've seen all those things surrounding Mohbad, and you know very well that it was orchestrated by Naira Marley. Okay, now this particular person is no more, and you know, Paparano, let me say you are very close, okay, to your brother. Okay, you are very close to somebody. Let me just use you are very close to Mr. A, and you know that this Mr. A always tells you all his life, daily dealings and everything. And you come to realize that this particular individual that is oppressing him based on he has the capacity, you understand? But he oppresses him in an unlawful way. In fact, that threatening his living, his life. Okay? Now, all of a sudden, you don't know what led to what. This Mr. A that normally confides in you was unalived. You come in, you know very well that while he was still alive, he was fighting one major battle with somebody.
Assumptions, no evidence.
Wait, it's not assumption. So you coming out to say, oh, you don't win, you don't die now, yeah, you take the trophy.
How can I know something without having evidence in my hand? What do you mean?
What do you mean by he confines in you and you see all those things on social media space? Have you not seen all those videos that are flying up and down?
Mohbad confided on Baba Mohbad about Wunmi.
Baba Mohbad care. Baba Mohbad that was even fighting Mohbad while he was still alive.
Baba said Wunmi is putting something on Wunmi's food now. So Mohbad confided on Baba Mohbad now.
Do you know that Baba Mohbad was fighting Mohbad while he was still alive? Somebody that went to collect somebody that went to forcefully collect property from Mohbad outside his own will. If not because of Mohbad, is not this kind of person that would like drama. Baba Mohbad has been fighting Mohbad while he was alive, property-wise. But you will not advise him to go and do things. Okay, somebody else will not advise him. He will not follow the person's advice. The next day, you will not come and you'll start fighting him because of property. Now fight Baba Mohbad, take collect that property from Mohbad. But he just let it on the low. And because of some people know they come, they talk, they say, oh, this. He has done a whole lot. Okay, that motor that they got for him. They got you motor, you were not even appreciating it. You were demanding for fuel, you had to return it twice. You rejected the vehicle twice because of plate number and gas and petrol. When they are what they call this guy, Perkins, got to your house, somebody that neutral people that another like fourth parties, you were telling them about the vehicle and everything. Telling them why will your son get you this kind of nonsense Wagalada vehicle? Are you not supposed to be appreciative?
I just want to say something that, there was a man on Westo's platform yesterday, and, he made a very good point. He said all these fights on social media is nothing. All these fights everywhere is nothing. That now that the case is up there, that there are some agencies in Nigeria, that there are some criminal investigative agencies, named about 2 or 3 of them, that they are on the case, that they are. It's not even that this one is against people in the house and against the government. So that is what they are investigating on. So all even if Nagada 1 million times, I'm telling you, we will still get justice. I tell you.
People don't think properly. They go there and say anything and people worship them. If it's an agency, where was he all this time?
Welcome back. You heard all that came out of the mouth of these two dudes. Two of them have been constantly repeating the same. They have been repeating it times without number. They've been repeating it times without number. Times without number. There is no time that you'll come across these dudes that they will not be saying what you heard them say. That's how they roll. And this is what you will only hear from them. That Mohbad's father should be dealt with. Mohbad's father is a liar. Well, I am not here to defend Mohbad's father. We are for justice, and our job is not to defend him. He has his own mouth to defend himself. We've done what we could do at the beginning to help him re-echo his voice when Wunmi wanted to change the narrative. We did our best to make sure that people get the truth, that people get the reality of whatever it is that is being spinned around, that is being manipulated, where they wanted to create an image of Mohbad's father using several platforms as if the man is the one who is responsible for the demise of his son. And they are the ones behind the scene, running the show, engineering the whole thing from behind. We know how all of these things were then. But these guys are trying to make it appear as if Mohbad's father did not like his son and wants to rip his son. As if the man cared less about his son. And one will wonder what kind of souls are these ones. But they are sold out to wickedness. They are sold out to evil. These are the characteristics displayed by this kind of, young dudes. And at the end of the day, when repercussions begin to manifest in their lives, they will be wondering what they did and why their life turned to be what it is right now. I'm not saying it's a crime to have a divergent view or opinion about a matter or issue. Yes, they have the right to have their own opinion. They have the right to have their own thoughts heard out. But when you listen attentively to what the guy narrated, he narrated stories and he said, okay, I want to ask questions. So were you there? The public wants to know, okay, were you there? Did you see? The part that they took off from the whole story, yes, they want to bring in the part of bully, which was their focus. Let us insist on this part of bully. No one is saying that bully should not be looked at, but does bully carry a life sentence? Or is it the bully that pied Mohbad? Because that's the narrative that one wants to spread. You have done it, take your trophy. Done it how? Because if we are to go by the story that Wunmi gave, if we are to go by that, how then did they take their trophy? How did they take their trophy? Who are the people taking the trophy? Is it the NDLEA that Mohbad and the rest of those people there fought, attacked, and they had to respond? Are they the ones taking the trophy? Because we need to understand these things. Who are the people that are taking the trophy? Is it Naira Marley, Sam Larry? Like, are they the ones to take the trophy? How? Did they come into Mohbad's house? Were they with Mohbad 1 week before his RIP? How are they taking this trophy? Because this is what Wunmi wrote there. And this is some of the things that these guys are trying to point out to. They have to check Naira Marley too. Naira Marley, go on the page that Mohbad had petitioned Naira Marley too. Mohbad said if anything happens to him, we don't want to look at that part. We are being selective. What we are asking is for these dudes to show us evidence of the interaction of Naira Marley, Sam Larry, or whoever Naira Marley sent, or whoever decided to fight on behalf of Naira Marley or help Naira Marley deal with Mohbad. It is one thing for you to be afraid because you know who you are you are dealing with. You know those that you that you are up against. Of course, if you are signed to a record label and you know what you guys do, record label is not a church. Even churches have mafia. Religion have their own mafias too. People that will deal with you if you try anything. So the label that Mohbad was signed to, obviously, we all know what they do there. The street is not smiling. These guys are into a lot of terrible things. What are they singing? The song, the entertainment, and the life that goes with it. Is this church? Are you expecting them to behave so like a saint? No. It's a rough life. That's the world. That's what they call the world. That's what you will see. That's what you'll find in there. So, for the record label to have problems with a signee is one of those things. But did Naira Marley send boys to beat Mohbad up when he was in the UK? Question. Did he? Did he or not? Very important questions. Did he or he did not? If he did not, what led to the demise of Mohbad? Did it happen inside of his house? If it happened inside of his house, who were the people there? If it happened that there was a clash from the show, are we not supposed to focus from the show down to the house? Did he lose his life? The police had established from what we've come to find out that they only got like statement from Wunmi, story from Wunmi, and they wrote it down. And they said that they have established that there was a fight and Mohbad bled profusely. You know, the word profusely. So Wunmi was asked. Wunmi said, no, it's not true. That it was just a little scratch and they used. So who is lying? Who is saying the truth? Who gave the police update and who is lying? Well, Karima, the sister, gave us this update. Gave us this update. And I mean, come on. What kind of rubbish is this? She told us that they had gone to the police, gave them drinks and money, and it's a strange thing. It's a strange thing. They gave money to them, and Wunmi gave them the story, the update. They wrote the update, and that's what they read out to Nigerians as their investigation. Can you believe this? That is what they read out to Nigerians as their private investigation. And they're expecting us. They're expecting us to go with it. And at the end of the day, these goons are opening their mouth, saying all sort of gibberish, gabradash, trash, saying, what happened is that as it is right now, Wunmi is a saint, and Wunmi did nothing. Whereas we know that something terrible, sinister happened. The police read out their update, which is not even an update, and they made it appear as if Wunmi is a saint.